Mr. President, I have a question.
Are you going to answer that?
What about the oil spill?
The oil spill.
The oil spill is killing all animals.
Okay, so what you gotta tell them is, first of all, you're doing everything in your power to rectify this unfortunate situation. And it's important to recognize that capitalism must be allowed to deal with capitalism's problems.
We're doing everything in our power to rectify the situation, and we must allow capitalism to deal with capitalism's problems.
We wouldn't want to stand in the way of business.
We wouldn't want to stand in the way of business.
Say through regulation. We feel that's the wrong approach.
Regulation is the wrong approach in this situation. Next question.
Mr. President, what are you planning to do about the stalled health reform?
About healthcare
I'll
reform.
spin this one personal. Tell a nice story about a lady whose life has been made better through your reforms executed to date.
Before I answer your question, I'd like to tell you a story. Old people.
Mr. President, are your children enjoying going to school in D.C.?
Of course.
What are you going to do about that fence that was built between Mexico and the United States, like, to stop illegal immigrants?
As you know, many of us to this country are immigrants, including. I think look, we gotta. This is a tough one. I think you should take this one personal. You know, talk about your ancestry and how it's important to recognize the contribution of immigrants to American society. That's the way to spin this one.
Well, I'm African. I'm also Hawaiian. What are you going to do? Kick me out of the country?
No.
Immigration.
Never answer directly.
Immigration is important.
Next question.
Mr. President, what are you going to do about Social Security and the amazing gap between the people who have it and the people who need it?
Okay, we've done personal. We've done human interest. Could you just get them to repeat the question?
Social Security.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're just gonna start by talking about the contribution of retired people, how they help improve this country, and talk about green shoots in the economy. Green shoots are springing up everywhere in the economic outlook, and how retirees have a part to play in the resurgence of prosperity for all in this great land of ours.
Well, I was just visiting my good friend Tiger Woods.
What?
Mr. President, how come you're not wearing a shirt?
Please remind them that personal questions aren't allowed in these White House press conferences.
I'd like to remind you that personal questions are not allowed. Next question.
That was good. We're continuing to monitor the humanitarian situation in the Middle East.
Mr. President, what about the threat from Canada?
Talk about our strategic maple syrup alliance.
With brotherhood from sea to shore.